great. Just freaking great. Alright, I've been working on this video for like 4 hours or so, and the original file was corrupt, caused my computer to crash a bunch of times, so re-recording it, gonna try to condense the argument down. Time warp. Back to the year 2000 when I was playing the USPL event. You remember that bunker slam story I was telling you guys about? Yeah. Well, as a result of that, an emergency captain's meeting had to be held on Sunday. And one thing I took away from that captain's meeting was one of the guys there, his nickname was PGP, Paul Ballenbeck, I think his name is, I don't remember offhand, but he was just badgering. The captain's meeting went for like 15 minutes longer than it needed to be because of this constant badgering of, hey, what if my guys wanted to do this? Can we change this rule? Can we just adjust this rule? Can we do this? Can we do that? They finally, gave him a couple of concessions and said, fine, if we do this, will you shut up? So after the event, I asked him, okay, what was up with the badgering? And he told me that his job as team captain was to talk to the people who make the rules and get the rules bent to be advantageous to his team. So why is this important? Well, Living Legends 3, which I wasn't there, but believe me, I got an earful about it. Basically, as I understand it, the people who were on the Tech PB team, which I guess was the red team, were screaming up and down that the guys in the yellow team were cheating, that the team that got MVT was absolute, low-life cheater scum who don't deserve to be licking the sweat off of their balls. Something like that, I don't know. The whole point of it is that, well, they were screaming up and down that they were cheating, and my argument is, well, according to the rule book, not necessarily. Which kind of brings me to the whole point of this, and that is that, well, let me start with one thing here, that a lot of people think that woodsball players are fine, upstanding, white knight individuals who can do no wrong and basically poop rainbows. I understand that, but that's just not the case. In fact, I would argue there's plenty of scenario teams that basically, they should go and play tournaments the way that they rules lawyer. And as long as there is a perceived gain and there's an acceptable losses, risk to reward ratio, as long as the reward is high and the risk is low, people are going to bend the rules to the breaking point and then break them in order to gain whatever the reward is. In the case of paintball, the reward can be anything from, I don't know, a good sponsorship for your team to just happening to win the game to getting MVT. So you cannot have the audacity to be surprised when people are going to take the rule book and basically throw it through the blender in order to try to push the rules so that they can win. But the question is it a right thing to do? Is it morally correct to be doing this type of thing? Well, that's not really my thing to state, because if you're working within the rule book, yeah, you're looking for loopholes within the rules, but you're still working within the rule book. You're not necessarily cheating. When you cross the line and you break the rules, that's another story entirely. But what gets me in all this is that the people over at Tech PB, because of this, they want to change the scenario world. They want to change attitudes. They want to make it right. They want to make everybody follow the rules to the letter and to the intent of the law. And I will give you guys a lot of luck, but I'm also going to temper that with a little bit of reality. Reality is that you cannot change other people's actions. You can't force somebody to do something that they're not willing to do. And that includes obeying the rules to the letter and to the intent of the law. You have to believe me when I tell you that the history books are filled with people who tried to force people to do what they wanted to do. It didn't work for them either, but that's just my opinion. And just to show you guys this, that right there is how much light I have left. That is the sunset.